Good morning, students. After a long time, I come back. Dear students, you know very well that your examination is going to start from 20th January to 29th January 2021. Dear students, I hope that all are very well. I am going to denote in about the syllabus of SST. The syllabus of SST equal, in history you have to study 1 to 7, geography chapter number 1, 3, 4 and 5, and civics chapter number 1. These are the syllabus of essay 1. These are the syllabus of essay 1. You have to study this chapter. There MCQ, fill in the blanks, true false, match the following, one word question and answer the following question in long. Dear students, how can you a good scoring in SST? So firstly, what you have to do? You have to do firstly read whole chapter, then you can find out the answer of MCQ. I had given 10 to 15 MCQs. So you can good score in essay 1 exam. First chapter is coming where, when and how in history. So I am denoting to you that in about where, when and how. In Europe, 16th century saw the absence of modern period, but in India we consider that period to be Middle Ages of Indian history, known as the history of medieval India. Yani like this, you can say that history have 3 parts. First, in एंशियंट हिस्ट्री, दूसरा है मिडाइवल हिस्ट्री एंड थर्ड है मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री. बच्चों, आपको मैं ये बता देना चाहता हूं कि हिस्ट्री पढ़ने के लिए हमारे मन में सबसे पहले उत्सुकता होनी चाहिए. हिस्ट्री इज द स्टडी ऑफ पास्ट. व्हेनेवर वी वांट टू नो द पास्ट, we want to know in about past what was in the past, so that you have required to study the history subjects where, when and how. आपने देखा होगा कभी भी कोई ऐसी सिचुएशन, कोई एक घटना घटित हो जाती है आपके साथ, तो लोग पूछते हैं कि ये कब हुआ, कैसे हुआ और कहाँ हुआ. इसलिए हम आते हैं अपने केंद्र बिंदु पर. हमारा जो मोटो है आज का कि हम कैसे रिवीजन करवाएं आपको, किस प्रकार के क्वेश्चन आएंगे, कैसे क्वेश्चन आएंगे, कैसे हम स्कोरिंग कर सकते हैं, कैसे क्या कर सकते हैं, एग्जाम में किस तरह जो है अच्छे मार्क्स प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. तो सबसे पहले जो वेयर, व्हेन एंड हाउ या अदर जो चैप्टर है, चैप्टर नंबर 1, 2 एंड 7 हिस्ट्री में आ रहे हैं. इन चैप्टर के आपको जो है ग्लॉसरी याद करने हैं. सेकेंड थिंग, मैं आपको बता दूं कि हिस्ट्री इज डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 पार्ट्स: एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री, मिडाइवल हिस्ट्री एंड मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री. यानी प्राचीन इतिहास, मध्यकालीन इतिहास और मॉडर्न आधुनिक इतिहास. यू नो वेरी वेल दैट इन 16th century, in 16th century, East India Company was set up or established in India. During this time, James Mill was a good British economist, philosopher. He wrote that a book That book name was A History to British India. James Mill. You have to describe James Mill. How can you describe James Mill? So James Mill was a British economist, philosopher. He was a political philosopher, British political philosopher. He wrote this book, A History of British India. तो इस प्रकार से लाइक दिस आ सकता है कि राइट ए शॉर्ट नोट ऑन इन अबाउट दिस जेम्स मिल, ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी एंड फ्रेंच ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी, लाइक दिस. तो आई एम डिनोटिंग टू यू दैट्स जेम्स मिल who has described in his book a British company how can set up on that time in India, and what was the actual condition of East India Company. East India Company, whenever that company came in India and set up their company in India by the permission of the Nawab of Bengal, and then after they set up their company in Surat. Surat was the first company of East India Company, and then after they progress day by day and they set up in another cities of India, and that time it was a small company, yani like this you can say कि East India Company was very small, and day by day it was increasing, and after a long time they set up their business in all Indian market. So it was a good opportunities of Britisher. Now I am coming East India Company. James Mill was a political philosopher of British who has described their book A History of British India. It has described 3 parts of history in his book. First, ancient, second, medieval, and third, modern. First, ancient history was of only Hindus, according to James Mill, and medieval period was of the Muslim, and modern period was of the British. It was the period of British. Now I am saying to you that East India Company performed very well in Indian market. They manufactured goods and sell in the Indian market, and they benefited from that. Then after day by day they progressed and set up their business in Indian market. Now I am coming. Yes, I am denoting to you that James Mill was a British economist and political philosopher who wrote A History of British India, and in this he divided Indian history into 3 parts: Hindu, Muslim, and British. Moving away from British classification, historians have usually divided Indian history into ancient, medieval, and moderns. Historians use different resources in writing about the last 250 years of Indian history. one important source is the official records of the British administration. The British believed that the act of writing was important, easy instruction, plan, policy had to be classified, written up. Now, question is this, what do you mean by historian? So you will say that's one who writes about the events of the past, how things were, how they changed. These he is known as historians. Now, second thing, you will describe that, suppose that what do you mean by debate? So you will say discussion on an important topic of public interest. So what have to do? Firstly, you have to read the whole chapter and you have to understood this, what was the actual features of 18th century, like this. You have to study in about that where, when and how in modern history. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इस चैप्टर में जो डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया हुआ है वह है एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री के बारे में, थोड़ा सा मिडाइवल हिस्ट्री के बारे में और थोड़ा सा है मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के बारे में. तो हमने आपको ये बताया कि हिस्ट्री के 3 प्रकार हैं, एक एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री, दूसरा है मिडाइवल हिस्ट्री और तीसरा है मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री. तो जेम्स मिल के अनुसार, अकॉर्डिंग टू जेम्स मिल के अनुसार जो है 3 प्रकार के जो है हिस्ट्री हैं. और एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री इट रेफर्स टू द हिंदू एंड मिडाइवल हिस्ट्री इट रेफर्स टू मुस्लिम एंड मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री इट रेफर्स टू द ब्रिटिश रिजाइम और यू कैन से ब्रिटिशर. नाउ आई एम कमिंग archives, short, write a short note on maybe chances James Mill and many freedom fighters and many Britishers, Lord Cornwallis, Warren Hastings, and like this. It can be asked in S1 exam. So that's you have to fully preparation of this. How can you achieve the good marks? Now I am coming. Calligrapher. Who is known as calligrapher? So one who is specified in the art of beautiful writing, who is capable to write in very good writing, that is known as calligrapher. Now I am coming in 18th century. What was the actual condition of India in the 18th century? So the 18th century was a period of the worst kind, when the once mighty Mughal Empire was crumbling and regional kingdoms were fighting and for supremacy amongst themselves. They were trying to establish their own authority and vying more power over the native regional kingdoms. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं इंडिया इन द 18th सेंचुरी 18वीं सदी में जो है ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी अपना पूरा पैर इंडियन मार्केट में पसार चुकी थी. यहाँ तक कि जो है ब्रिटिशर की तूती बोलती थी, यानी ब्रिटिशर हैव ऑल पावर्स एंड ब्रिटिशर कैन डू एनीथिंग. और मैं आपको बता दूं कि आफ्टर समटाइम्स, यानी लाइक दिस यू कैन से 1857 इट वाज ए गुड रिवॉल्ट, यानी लाइक दिस इट वाज ए सिपाही रिवॉल्ट 1857. दैट्स आवर फ्रीडम फाइटर खुदीराम बोस, सरदार भगत सिंह, चंद्रशेखर आजाद, महात्मा गांधी एंड other freedom fighter do the work against the Britisher. Then after we got freedom on 15th August 1947. In like this, on this day we celebrate Independence Day. So dear students, I am coming in 18th century. 18th century The death of Aurangzeb in 1707. Whenever Aurangzeb death in 1707, the state of Hyderabad founded by Nizam ul Mulk Ashraf Shah in 1724, Bengal became a free state under the able leadership of Murshid Quli Khan and Alivardi Khan. Awadh gained independence in 1722. Awadh independence in 1722. Hyder Ali was the ruler of. Now we can understand in about that Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali was the ruler of Mysore and Tipu Sultan was the son of Hyder Ali. Understand? तो हैदर अली मैसूर का राजा था और उसी का बेटा था टीपू सुल्तान. He was very powerful in South India. Now I am coming after this source says what are the sources of this, what are the sources to understand the 18th century. So you can say these historians want to reconstruct the past. He has to face many challenges. He has to study about the ancient or medieval history. Now sources are art and artifacts. कला जगत में उस समय जो भी आर्टिस्ट थे उन्होंने मॉडर्न पीरियड के जो पेंटिंग को बनाना शुरू कर दिया था. आर डिपेक्टिंग द सोशल सिनेरियो and leaders engage in some works, and on that time leaders are very engaged in other works. Second thing, historical monuments. These are the following sources: art and artifacts, historical monuments, and third is documents of mass awareness campaign. Like this, people all over India had to be united as one power to fight the operations of British. Mass awareness campaigns were classified out by the printing, magazines and newspaper. These are the helpful sources to understand the 18th century. And after 2 years, approx you can say that's 200 years, Britisher ruled on our country, and when by the help of our freedom fighter we got freedom on 15th August 1947. That day was very joyful day. On the occasion of Independence Day, the Prime Minister of India hoists the national flag on the Red Fort. That's why every Independence Day the Prime Minister hoists the national flag. So that's these are the chapter of where, when and how. Now I am coming second chapter, establishing the company power. Establishing the company power. Second chapter was this, that's मर्चेंट एंड वॉर्स. यस, भारतीय बाजार में काफ़ी मर्चेंट्स आना चाहते थे. स्पेनिश यानी लाइक दिस यू कैन से डच, फ्रांसीसी, पुर्तगाली एंड ब्रिटिशर, फ्रेंच, ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी also try to come in the Indian market. So that's they are quarreling together to set up their business in Indian market. Now trade wars. Gradually traders from various European countries landed on the shores of India, as all of them had the same to establish more profitable trade links with India. बच्चों, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, एस्टैब्लिशिंग द कंपनी पावर, कंपनी को एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत की आवश्यकता होती है. और लाइक दिस यू नो वेरी वेल दैट्स थोड़ा सी ज्योग्राफी की जो चीज़ें इसमें आ रही हैं, प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी एंड टर्शियरी, तो प्राइमरी एक्टिविटीज related to the primary activities related to the agriculture, and in secondary activities that's manufacture. So like this way, whenever they manufactures the things, manufacture हो गया, तो फिर how can you sell, where you can sell, so that it has required the market. So ये पुर्तगाली, स्पेनी, फ्रांसीसी सरकार ने अपने बिजनेस को सेटअप करने के लिए इंडिया को एक अच्छा जगह चुना और वे यहाँ आ गए। तो सब में ये होड़ हो गई कि कैसे ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा हम प्रॉफिट कमाएं। इसके लिए उन्होंने कम से कम दाम का जो गुड थिंग्स थे बनाना शुरू किया और दे हैव सेल इन द मार्केट। तो बच्चों, मैं आपसे ये कर रहा हूँ कि पोर्तुगीज इन इंडिया, पुर्तगाली जो है इंडिया में आए। द किंग ऑफ कैलिकट वॉज ऑन ओवर बाई द पोर्तुगीज ट्रेडर्स। दे soon gained permission from the king to set up their factories at Calicut, Cochin and Connaught. The Arabs, who already the flourishing trade links with India, felt threatened and contrite against the Portuguese. पुर्तगाली मार्केट जो है किसी तरह अपने इंडिया में सेटअप करना चाहता था, लेकिन ज़्यादा दिन तक उसका भी साम्राज्य हमारे इंडिया में नहीं चला। फिर इसके बाद जो है डच came in India and set up their business, but Dutch East India Company was set up in 1602. It wanted to have a spice trade in India. They wanted to set up their business of spice in India. The Dutch had their trade center in Nagapattam, Cochin, Patna, Surat and Chinsura. Dutch had their trade center in Nagapattam. However, the Dutch were unable to find a firm foothold in India. तो बच्चों, मैं अभी आपको बताया कि पुर्तगाली आए, फिर डच आए, फिर इसके बाद ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने अपना किस्मत आजमाना भारतीय बाजारों में शुरू किया। द ब्रिटिश सेट अप देयर बिजनेस इन इंडियन मार्केट इन 1600, यानी लाइक दिस यू कैन से ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन इंडिया इन 1600. In 1600, the British envoy John Hawkins met Emperor Jahangir to get permission to trade and to set up their centers in Agra, Bhuj and Ahmedabad. So East India Company had established the first company in Surat. Then after another cities like this, you can say first Surat, then Bombay, Madras, Kolkata and others. And after this, French in India, in like this, फ्रांसीसी भी इंडियन मार्केट में अपना भाग्य आजमाना चाहते थे कि उन्होंने भी आफ्टर ब्रिटिशर उन्होंने भी अपने उसमें सेटअप करने की कोशिश की। दोनों प्रतिद्वंदी के रूप में खड़े थे, East India Company and French East India Company was in the run of the Indian market, and they wanted to set up their business in Indian market. But who is superior in the Indian market? Who can sell in cheap price of the things, that who can run very fast? So dear students, Britisher or ब्रिटिश ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी एंड फ्रेंच ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी दोनों ही जो है मार्केट में थे, लेकिन फ्रेंच ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी बेसिकली रूप से कहा जा सकता है ज़्यादा लंबी रेस का घोड़ा नहीं रही। यानी लाइक दिस, फ्रेंच ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी जो है इंडियन मार्केट में ज़्यादा दिनों तक नहीं चल पाई और ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने फ्रेंच ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी को टक्कर दे दी और फ्रेंच ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी जो है इंडियन मार्केट की दौड़ से गायब हो गई। अब पूरा प्रभुत्व ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी ने संभाल लिया था। एंड जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया है कि ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी की स्थापना 1600 ईस्वी में हुई थी, यानी लाइक दिस ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी वाज एस्टैब्लिश्ड इन 1600। इन दैट ईयर सम इंग्लिश merchants got together and sought Queen Elizabeth's permission to establish trade relations with the other countries. They established their first factory in India in 1612. The first trading center was opened at Surat. So like this, I have described many times that Surat was the first company of East India Company. They have set up to many companies in many cities of India. Now these are the war. First Carnatic War was held in 1744 to 1748. Second Carnatic War was held in 1748 to 1754, and third Carnatic War was held in 1756 to 1763. So you have to read this chapter and you can understand that what was the real story of first Carnatic War, second Carnatic War and third Carnatic War. So because I am doing revision, so that I can't go in very deeply, because there are many lessons. So you have to attempt all questions. It is compulsory in the exam. So now I am coming Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. You know very well that in Indian history, these are very, very important in Indian history. Battle of Plassey 1757 and Battle of Buxar in 1764. That's Battle of Plassey and Battle of Buxar. Battle of Plassey was held in 1757 and Battle of Buxar was held in 1764. So now I am coming. Whenever the British conquer Bengal, Alivardi Khan had ruler over Bengal from 1740 to 1756. अलीवर्दी खां बंगाल का राजा था 1740 से 1756. He was a shrewd administrator. After his death, he was succeeded by Sirajuddaulah, who had no knowledge of or experience. The English company found a way to engage in political game of Bengal. They turned their trade center at Calcutta. अलीवर्दी खां बंगाल का राजा था. जब अंग्रेजों ने ये देखा कि अलीवर्दी खां अब मर चुका है और उसका जो वारिस है, उसके जो वारिस का नाम था वह औरंगजेब, सॉरी सिराजुद्दौला. तो सिराजुद्दौला बहुत ही कम उम्र का था, जिसकी वजह से वह राज व्यवस्था प्रणाली को नहीं देख सकता था. और इधर अंग्रेजों ने मौके का फायदा उठाया और कलकत्ता को अपना बिजनेस प्लेस, बिजनेस सेंटर, ट्रेडिंग सेंटर घोषित कर दिया और कलकत्ता को अपने कब्जे में ले लिया. यानी लाइक दिस, अलीवर्दी खां जब तक जिंदा था तब तक अंग्रेजों की एक न चली, और जैसे ही अलीवर्दी खां की मौत हुई, अंग्रेजों ने कलकत्ता को अपने ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी में मिला लिया और ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी का वो ट्रेडिंग सेंटर बन गया कलकत्ता. नाउ आई एम कमिंग बैटल ऑफ पलासी. तो बैटल ऑफ पलासी को हम इस प्रकार से समझेंगे. बैटल ऑफ पलासी एंड बैटल ऑफ बक्सर वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन इंडियन हिस्ट्री, बिकॉज इफ you are reading, if you are reading the book of chapter number 2, that's the Battle of Plassey. Who was the hero of Battle of Plassey? Who was the hero of Battle of Buxar? So year you can say YEAR, year 1757, the Battle of Plassey. Battle